A treasure trove of fabulous finds awaits at the Holy City Vintage Market. And here with more is co-organizer Cherie Burns. She's also co-owner of Ancien Vintage. Great to have you.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Love vintage, love antiques. So this market, it occurs about once every season. So it's not something that happens every single week.
Yes, correct. We have about 4 throughout the year.
Okay, and tell us a bit more about what people can find, some of the awesome treasures that people can take home.
Yeah, so we're going to have about 30 plus vintage vendors. There's going to be a vendor for everyone. We'll have like Major Vintage, who has 90s menswear pieces, Embellish, who will have sequins and lots of colors. We'll have Tinted Saga, who has sustainably hand-dyed pieces that with earthy. Motherland Essentials will have skincare pieces. Skyfarer Art will have prints. It's going to be a vendor for everyone.
There really is something for everyone. Do you also have home goods, furniture, and things like that?
Yes, we have Homestick Housewares, who has like rattan vintage pieces, vintage mirrors, housewares, anything you could think of, she will have it.
Why does vintage speak to you personally?
I love vintage because I'm able to find pieces that are like one of a kind, and then whenever it comes to my house, it's like starting a new chapter.
You know, I think a lot of times people say, gosh, they don't make it like that anymore. And many things that we wear can be timeless. So if they're taken care of, you can still wear them to this day, or you can reinvent that item into something that's fresh and new.
Yes, and we have a lot of vendors that actually do recycle and upwork the pieces that they do find. And the quality of the pieces is also a really great thing when it comes to vintage. Like, it can last for a long time if taken care of.
It's certainly true, yeah. Upcycling, I think, is what they call it, right?
Yes, yes.
So where is this going to be taking place? When can people come and take a look?
So it's going to happen at the Royal American on Morton Drive, and it'll happen between the hours of 11 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Okay, very good. So once you have this particular market, when is the next one going to take place?
The next market will be in the spring. We haven't finalized the date yet, but it will be in the spring, either in March or April around that time.
Okay. And if you go to a flea market or some of these other types of events, you know, sometimes it's cash only. So do you recommend that people bring cash, or can people still use their credit cards, or is there a way to charge any of your purchases?
Yeah, so some of the vendors, we're trying to practice like contactless. So there will be Venmo, Cash App, Apple Pay, and then we do have vendors that will accept cash and credit card payments.
Yeah, not the vintage market or flea market of yesteryear where you got to bring wads of cash. You can do things in a very high-tech fashion. That's fantastic.
Yes.
And Ancien Vintage, what do you sell?
We specialize in vintage 90s and Y2K streetwear pieces.
I love your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That's lovely. I love Chanel. Wear that with a cute little blazer. Adorable.
Yes.
But 90s, you're kind of speaking to my time.
Yes, I love the 90s. I love the sleek silhouettes. I love like the leather pants, the square toe boots, everything. I love it.
And if you have a New Kids on the Block t-shirt, make sure you save one for me.
Yes, we will make sure we have that, and we will ship it directly out to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, Cherie. This is going to be great. We're going to have all the information for our viewers to head out to the vintage market. Thank you so much. We're back after this.
Thank you.